She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap.
I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is a man who sits in my passenger side listening to Arabic music too loud, trying to get gonorrhea medication from me. But I feel like I helped him with his YouTube channel. I feel like I gave him a platform. It's beyond gross. Oh, I'm so done. Oh, I'm so done. Are you kidding? I basically I had no idea this was going on. I basically asked him for proof over and over, proof. Yeah, Mr. Toad, it doesn't even matter. I know, Krista. I honestly think that telling you guys everything it made me have so much anxiety, and he really hated me for telling everybody things that happened, everything that would happen. But I honestly feel that actually helped my situation. Unfortunately not for May, and I feel so horrible. She needs to call the cops. I hope she's doing okay too. I can't even imagine somebody especially somebody so vulnerable. I just want to puke. Yeah, I honestly just hope that I don't have something long term that will kill me. The day before, I had to negotiate with him for me to come here and help Pete, or to come back home at all. I'm I want to see my cats. Yeah, something just told me to keep driving. Just keep going. I drove right past his house. I was gonna pull in and I was gonna sleep there, and then even on the way back home I pulled over and I called him, and then just something he said triggered me, a bad feeling from before. He is sexually aggressive, and I was just wanting to be in bed and doing stuff all day, even if I don't feel good, So I was I'm going home. I have to wait for him to sleep to go home. Without a doubt. I don't know. I know you guys won't believe me, and it's sad and it's so unfortunate that it took this happening. This is just what would you say, the topping on the cake. What happened to May is beyond horrifying, and I don't even know how I'm gonna process that. The person I gave so much of my time to assaulted a friggin' another person. When I told my story, another red flag was whenever he was more concerned about his reputation for me telling what happened to me than when over him hurting me, no, he was more make sure you fix it, trying to convince me that it didn't happen. I told you I don't remember it happening, so for me it didn't happen. And I'm just oh, thanks, Sam Joe, thank you. Trying to make me seem he's well, you've said you've heard things before, you've seen things, so with your mental state, how do you know what even happened? I was even then I was yeah, take more of me, take more of my things. I actually truthfully have not paid his rent since August, for real. That's why I said I lost my wallet and everything. So I am actually so happy I didn't give him anything for rent. Yeah. Damn, Joe, honestly, he said, piece of paper is not going to keep me away from you. Michael and Riley, welcome to Very Important Visitors, ready, set, please. It showed that he did talk to her for even the fact that I remember him saying, oh, do you want to meet one of my fans? And I just found it really weird. Hi, Gail. I just found it really weird. Why are you meeting your fans? You don't even what? You've been a YouTuber for a fucking month. So I don't know. All this shit is developing beyond behind the scenes, and I'm just he did mention it, and I thought it was weird, and I was no, what? I don't want to meet one of your fans. No offense, but honestly, I feel just keeping my trip just to have distance between me and him. But I feel kind of I don't know, and just making it like a VIP trip. Anyway, what was I saying? So he told me about that. So that made me think like, okay, so, you know, and then I seen the receipts from May and I'm like, wow. So all of this was developing, like this woman actually was talking to him. Like there was like a 14-minute call, him calling her over and over, messages of all these women with him calling them over and over. Like, and I'd be like, why do you need to call these women? And I believed him. He was like, because they call me first, so I want to see who it is. I know a lot of people. I'm just messing with them. It's like, so why are you continually calling? But then why are you continually calling them over and over? Like that's fucking harassment. Like, so the screenshot made him look worse. It was like saying, like she was saying, like, okay, are you gonna bring food and all this stuff? And there was unsent messages from him, so he's obviously trying to hide what he was saying. Like, and just like biggest red flag was like just him being so upset over me when I said like, okay, I'm gonna go home for a couple hours Sunday and hang out with Pete's and bring him to the mall and help him out, like get him some things. Yeah, Mr. Toad, like he like flipped out, like it changed his whole mood. Like his whole mood changed. Like mere Pete, like I'm not going to like not see my best friend. Like because he didn't like that Pete said fuck you or something like that. I don't know, should I take down my videos with him in it? I don't know what to do. Well, that's what I mean, like reaction channels have it, so if they really need it, or I could private them. I just don't want like to have videos of me looking happy with him on my channel. Like I don't. So I feel like privating them because I don't want to. And if like anybody needs them, they can just like send them directly. I don't want it public. Like it grosses me out. And he still like would call me and be like, why? He called me like last night after, and it was like, why? Or messaging like, why? Like even me, I had all missed calls from him. Why are you doing this? Why did you do this to me? Why did I do this to you? So it's my fault. It always makes me feel like it's my fault for everything. I don't want to delete like proof or anything. I just don't want to have videos on my channel of looking happy with. I think like my anxiety and like exhaustion and like just like flipping out and like leaving him places. I think that's like was like my body. Like I said this before. I feel like it was my body, like the anxiety, like my body, like remembering what happened like at the beginning of the relationship, and just having like that response. Because like when I was driving there, he was like acting like really saying sexual things like that made me uncomfortable, and to me that like triggered something, and that's when I flipped out and just drove back home. So I feel like I just feel like my I haven't processed things like what happened to me at the beginning fully, and I just keep trying to make it like a loving relationship. He gave me gonorrhea. I didn't believe him. Like I believed him that he didn't cheat. I figure maybe somehow it was like dormant in my system, in my throat, and I gave him an infection. That's like what I thought. I'm just not gonna. That's it. I'm done. The cables, the internet's been canceled for a long time. Actually, so been using phone internet basically. I never paid the bill. Like they came to set it up and I didn't pay the bill. I forgot about it. I never got a bill, so I just forgot about it. Never paid it. Like I haven't paid. Like I haven't. I know people think I paid his bills. Like I did. Like pay 1 month of rent in August, and then since then no. So he was like apparently getting letters to the landlord and stuff like that. I don't know. I'll cancel the phone on live if you guys want. I don't mind doing that. If that will ease your mind a bit. I know it will ease mine, but he has another phone apparently. Like whenever I left him at the pharmacy, he had no internet, no phone, right? So he went and got it, like, I don't know what he did, but where he got it or whatever, but he has 2 phones. He has his old phone and then the one I gave him. His channel's not under mine. I can prove that. He got his AdSense. Like I can show you screenshots of his own AdSense. Like I don't have control over his channel at all. Like I don't. He asked me to like read some comments and like delete the nasty ones like one time, and that's when I did that. But other than that, then he told me not to, so I'd stop, and I haven't been on his channel since. So thanks. And yeah, are you kidding? I was gonna like help him with rent. I was ready to like. Last night he was like, the guy's calling for the rent, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll go to a bank, or I'll go to the bank machine, and I didn't. And I'm like actually really thankful I did. What was I thinking? Like, no, I feel really, because I feel bad. I hate leaving people stuck. Like I know, like I was like, okay, if I don't give him the rent money, what's gonna happen? Like, he's not gonna have a house. He's really fucked up to have done this in between, like, me talking to him. Like, when I'm back here, not wanting to see him for like a couple hours, it's like he has to go do something else with someone else. He's like, he has a way to like make you think he's like the fucking everything. Like he's like the best. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I was talking marriage. Yeah. Because he was talking about it. Like, it makes a bit sense. He's like, let's go move in the country. Like, being very like pushy to move. I thought that this was like a curse, sharing sharing with you guys everything, and you guys constantly like, just leave, just leave, just leave. I feel like it was a blessing that because I feel like if I wasn't a YouTuber and I wasn't public, like this would be, he would have so much more control over me. I'm easily controlled. Like, I don't want to say that because nobody ever thinks they can be controlled. Nobody ever thinks they would be in this situation. Like, I never thought, and I used to look down on women. I used to think they were weak for not leaving abusive men. I feel like this is karma. Like, I feel like this is like a way to understand. Oh, I don't even know. He wanted me to crawl. He like kept asking me to like, if you want to be my, like, go out of the room, come back in naked, crawl on your hands and knees and come kiss my feet or something. And I kept saying like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. That's stupid. Like, his roommate was there too. Like, why do you want me to go out there naked? Like, I don't know. It's just like things that I just ignored just because they benefited me. Because I was protecting myself from. I was avoiding, like the therapist said, like dealing with everything. So he lied about being on drugs. So everything was just a lie. No, Bam, I don't even want to think about that. I seriously like bought a huge box of condoms. Like right after like I found out about the gonorrhea, I was like, this is no. So, but too late. Like, I really hope that I don't have something. I honestly feel like just if I don't go to Toronto, I lose half the money for the hotel. And I have I'm supposed to pick it up today. Juice triggered Andy. That's what I said. Like, he bought something before. Like, we got something before. Like, I don't know. He had something that was like around the time that we were doing all that bad stuff. It was like in a bottle, but like it was liquid. I really wonder why she would fly there so quickly after she started talking to him. Like, if she knows was trying to hurt you somehow. Since her video, this isn't Nader, it's Foodie's boyfriend. Well, I have no idea. Like, maybe she was coming down for some other reason. But maybe she just like liked him, like, and wanted to try his food. I have no idea. I don't know. Like, he just said that it was one of his fans, and that she was like a 70-year-old woman, and I just remember, like, he just talked about it briefly, like as a joke, like, do you want to meet her? She really, and then he was like, she's just mad. He said she's just mad at me because she wanted to have sex with me, and I said no. And she threatened to like, say that I assaulted her and stuff or something like that. Regardless, what happened to May is like, I haven't even like processed it, but everything that happened to me, like, regardless, it has to be done, like, no matter what. Like, yeah, Charlotte, sometimes you nailed it. That's what it sounded like to me. Damage control. Like, you're right. If he told you before she came out video, then he was already in damage control. Yeah, because the way he had like admitted, like, oh, she said she was gonna threaten this. So to me, you're already setting it up in my mind, because he would say, I already told you about this. I already told you about this. No, you told me your fast ass fucking version of it, which doesn't make any sense. And your screenshot actually makes you look worse. Like, showing that you talked to her on video for 14 minutes about what? You know? Like, oh my fucking god, I hate myself right now. Seriously. I'm not talking to Nader about this. Are you crazy? I'm not talking to him anymore. He won't let go till he's put in prison. Yeah, because he doesn't have anything to lose, right? So, even said, don't mess with somebody who has nothing to lose. I was surprised by the allegations, yeah. I was shocked, like. But a part of me was like, why is it so easy to believe? Like, because he's that, like, because I know deep down he's probably that type of person, like, who, well, now we know he is. And when I asked him for proof that he didn't give me any. I said, show me proof. Even saying, just to bait him to do it, show me right now the entire conversation. And if you are if you're innocent, I'll come over right now and I'll freaking, you know, like, but regardless, still negating what everything happened to me. I would have been relieved nothing happened to her, but then I would have been like okay with what happened to me. The stabbing didn't, like, the second night I met him, he gave me his whole sob story. Was like, you know, I'm like a refugee, and this happened. I went to prison. Like, he told me about his prison, and the way he made it sound like he was the victim. Like, he was like set up. He was like, there was a phone with evidence on it that she was like crazy and this was her fault, but they lost the phone, and like he gave me like a huge sob story about it. I'm gonna like go buy a CPAP with the fucking money I was gonna give to him. I woke up not long ago and checked my phone. There was like 5 missed calls, and I guess I was hoping that he would send me proof. Like, I was hoping I'd wake up to like screenshots saying like, you know, yes, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna call the phone, and I gotta call about getting a CPAP. So I'm gonna come back live after and do all that, like show you guys everything. Yeah, I'll update you guys later. I will come back after. And I have to think of, I'm thinking of still going on the trip because, like I said, everything's pretty much paid for, and it will give me some distance. And yeah, if I do go on the trip, I would bring you. It would be like with you guys. Just go live like the whole time. Oh, hey guys. I'll see you guys after, okay? Sam. I'll see you guys after. Bye for now. Thanks for listening this morning. Oh my god, I do need to do my dishes. Whatever. Okay, bye guys.
I don't even know what to say. I am beyond disgusted and horrified and overwhelmed at all this information coming to forefront, R.E. Nader. My heart hurts for the poor woman who came forward and revealed what horrible things were done to her. I am so sorry this happened to you, and I am so sorry for asking to see the receipts. I was desperate at any last attempt to see proof that this was all not true, because it chills me to the bone to think that someone I gave so much of myself to could ever do something like this. I am canceling my trip, I am buying a new CPAP today, and I am done. I know it was said legal action was in the works, and I am relieved. I suspended the second line on my mobile account. It is still under contract, but no one can use it while it is suspended. The internet has been disabled a while back since I have never paid a bill. This is my last tied to him. I will still go live today, and we are going to get a new CPAP, the rental car, and this trip will be one of self-love for my VIPs and viewers. Said email says, you recently spoke with one of our whatever team members about suspension of the phone number 613 blah 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 effective today. This email is to confirm that your request has been successfully processed effective immediately. If you wish to reinstate the service, you may dial 611 from your whatever mobile. Sincerely, your ma'am, because this was written by Chantal. Just saw his live stream and want to vomit. He's actually blaming for all of this. I am going to insert my honest opinion here because I don't really like taking sides, especially when it's something so serious like, rain petals, eavesdrop accusations. I am not sure why that lady even wanted to meet Nader, knowing how he treated Chantal. And yes, she knew because she said herself that she knew of him from Chantal's channel, and Chantal hasn't spoken of him in a very good light. Regardless of why she went to Canada, if she said no, that should have been it. I know, he should have respected that. I'm not sure who to believe anymore because, one, I don't really believe anybody on the internet unless they have a really good proof. And two, Chantal's trolls will go to the extreme sometimes. Is really odd and bizarre. However, I know accusing someone of, RAP is very serious, so I would take the word. I apologize. My mom is talking in the background. Honestly, the truth is, whatever happened, If she's telling the truth, and I really hope she is, she's backing it up with receipts, and Nader isn't looking good, not more than usual anyway. On the other hand, Chantal should have kept the same energy when she said that regardless of what happened to May, what happened to her wasn't a reason for her to leave him. Like she said in the whole video that I just showed you. I guess not. I just hope she doesn't end up in Forensic Files or any of these shows one day, because as dark as that statement was, it is very plausible. Now I'm gonna put a great point someone said on Twitter regarding the proof Nader uploaded on his channel. So here you go. October 17th, the night she was at the hotel, I was at Nader's. So no, he did not meet up with her, and that is why she is salty. I am not making excuses for what happened in our relationship, but falsely accusing someone of rape is beyond serious and disgusting. This message is for you only, my wonderful Beezers. You joined my channel because you saw something in me, or maybe just to hop on the train wreck express. Either way, you are here for me and I want to be here for you, but I will not live stream for a few days while I'm away. I'm still going to Toronto, as it is not refundable at this point, and also because I want to bring you non-Nader related content. I will upload videos while away, but I will live stream when I get back at some point. Miss you guys, and I truly appreciate your support and hope that you do not believe the nasty accusations made against me.
Evidently, there's been a post made that is doxed me, and I'm not too surprised that this happened. So it is what it is. I see the long post that was posted, and quite a few people are questioning me now about the validity of what I said. Part of the post said that I did go up there for sex, and it was a typo on my part. It should have said didn't. I went up there because I have business to do, and he said, made the invitation to come on and see the site, blah, blah, blah. On that point, I shouldn't have believed him. I regret everything. I'm a total asshole for even meeting this man. The only defense I have is when I look at YouTube videos, it's not usually of what's going on between him and Chantel. I just enjoyed his cooking videos. And I also enjoy meeting people from different cultures. It's very interesting and it's very enlightening. The other part of, I guess, my post is his rejection of me. And his rejection of me had nothing to do with sex. He evidently said that I was old, weird, and ugly. Despite this fact, it didn't stop him from doing what he did. So, make that what you will. At the bottom of that post, I also wrote that he was a pathological liar and that he will twist the narrative of anything so that it fits his timeline and makes him look like the things you're saying are not true, and convince you that you're confused about what you're thinking and what you're saying. He's trying to put doubt in your mind. After I calmed down a little bit, I was absolutely positively upset and shocked and ashamed of what happened to me. And I let him know how I felt about him. And yes, I did tell him I went to the hospital and got things done. And yes, I told him that, I'm going to tell my story. And it's not all about me. It's all about potential victims. I have spoken with the police in this kind of complicated situation. Since I'm not in Canada at the moment, I had to file a report down here. And it's going to be sent to Gatineau. And depending on what Gatineau has to say, I'll probably have to go back to Canada. I also wanted him to know that he's not, if I can help it, going to get away with doing this to anybody else. And so I said the things that I did. I told him, talk to my attorney. And then, like you saw, I got flooded with video chats and phone calls, of which I never answered one of them. I guess the only other thing to say is, last but not least, whether you believe me or not, I'm not, like I said, I had to go through on business, but why in God's name do you think I would spend $2,000 plus just to go get effed by some loser? It just boggles my mind. Anyways, I don't know if this video has helped or not, but again, take things you hear from them with a big grain of salt. And if you have doubts, ask me. I'll be glad to tell you. I love and thank you all. Bye.